So we're playing a little bit more brake this time?
Yep.
Let me just check something here. Let's see where your feet are. If we take a step back here, if you come back this way and take a look, you can see that your ball is aimed to the right, but your feet are actually aimed left to the hole. So your feet are a little bit open. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be careful that you don't start pulling putts. Do you miss a lot of putts to the left?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably because your feet are actually open. So let me go grab my alignment rod. Actually, underneath my putter here, we sort of align our feet the same way. You don't have to put it next to the putter. Just use that putter to put your feet up. Make sure they're lined up the same way that the ball is. Now it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel like your feet are extremely closed and like you're aimed way far outside. But if you want to take another step back and look, you're actually aimed basically right at the hole. So go ahead and try that out. See how that works for you. See if you can't get this ball on the top. Just try it again. So go ahead and keep your feet with that. Go ahead and reset up the putt and everything like that. Take your time. Take your practice strokes, whatever you need to do. Your speed was really good, so I'm not worried about that. And I think switching to that new grip helped a lot, getting your speed better. Good. You manipulated the face just a little bit on that one, trying to get that ball to go, that putter to go, and that ball to roll in the hole.
But it worked.
It did go in. We want to make sure we don't do that too much, though, because if we start manipulating the face too much, then especially on faster putts or longer putts, we're going to lose a lot of the accuracy we have. So let's step back just a little bit.
Okay.
Move this putter and let's see you do it again. Making sure you pay attention to the alignment, as well as the line. Good. One more. Good. Good. Damn
You know, I'm sinking all these putts now.
And you really were. I mean, I had noticed that before, that your feet aren't actually open to your line sometimes. A lot of people do it. Well, for the longest time when I would putt, my putter face would be open to my putting line, and so I'd hit these big old hook putts trying to get the ball to go in. Try to call them close. Do we have enough video clips and enough wording? Should I give you a few practice tips, like a few drills you can do?
I would give me some, like for when I was in high school, I did like this, but I did the close, like do tees for practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're more worried about reading the green, so.
So.
That's true.
For each level, I would say read the green because, like you said,
it changes.
That's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could drill putts in all day, but if I don't read it, like I'm
Right.
accustomed to that specific spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like do it from like back here. Or do it from like set up a game, you know, so you have to read each one.
Probably like
because each one's different. So like in high school we used to do a game, like there'd be a tee here and you'd have to go there, and then from there you have to go there. So you have to read each position. Do like games on like something like this.
Yeah.
Just so, because each spot, like that one sloped down, this one is like kind of curvy.
Let me go grab some tees in my alignment rod real quick. Hold that real quick.
Why, are we gonna play this game?
No, I'm just gonna show you how to set it up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play it.
I don't want to play this game.
It's a 5-minute setup too, so.
I love you.
Love you too.
I know you're screwed now. I made 2 in a row. It's pretty far away.
Yeah, it is 15 feet. we still recording?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay. Alright, so I got a couple. So I grabbed a couple things that we're going to work with. The first thing I want you to get is an alignment rod, because we talked about this with your driver in lesson 2 as well, that you sometimes got out of line with your shoulders, as well as with your hips and knees. So I want you to get one of these. They're about $3 at Home Depot.
Got some at home.
Or if you've got some at home, that works too. What I want you to do, especially when you're putting, is you use this rod first. The first thing you do after you read the putt is you set this rod up and set it on the ground and line it up with where you want your feet to aim and where you want that ball to start. That way you can repeat it every time and make sure it's good. So I want you to do it a few times without a ball where you just work on setting up to it, take a few putting strokes. Then I want you to roll a few putts with that line rod there. And I want you to take the rod away, do your whole routine and everything, and then roll some few putts to make sure it's consistent, kind of ingrained into your mind.
Okay.
After that, I know we talked about reading a green. So one of the ways I think you can really help yourself out, and so set yourself up for success, is take about 5 tees, or 6 in this case. Take 5 or 6 tees, and what you can do is go about 10 feet from the hole, put a tee in the ground in a couple different spots, about 10 feet from the hole, around the hole. And from each one of these spots, what you're going to do is you're going to read the putt from there, hit the putt, and you're not going to move to the next spot until you've already made that next putt. We're not going to do that today. I'm going to show you how to set it up. Because if you look, each one of these putts is about the same distance, but each putt's going to be read completely differently because you're going around the hole.
Yeah.
And then feel free to change it up. So if you do this one first and you make this one, go to the one across from the hole or diagonal. And as you complete that one, pick that tee up. It doesn't take long to set up. I mean, you saw it took me about 30 seconds to set it up.
Yeah.
And it won't take you very long to complete the drill. And once you're done with the drill, you can go ahead and move on. You're not hitting too many putts. You're not just bashing balls into the hole. There's actually some skill that goes into it. So you gotta make sure you read it correctly and your speed is correct.
Okay.
And you gotta make it before you move on to the next one. Okay, that's good. Now he's gonna do the close.
Okay.
Before I leave him in the ground.
What?
Nothing. Thank you.
Any plastic?
Yeah. Biodegradable.
Okay, go.
Alright, so to bring lesson 4 to a close here, with putting, the first thing we covered is the different ways you can read a green, or kind of the ways I like to read the green. Give you a couple tips on that. The first one was about 10-15 feet behind the ball, from behind your ball, looking at it, kind of check the read, and then walking around to the back side of the hole and looking back up towards your ball to give you a good idea of the speed. Because it gives you a different perspective of it, and sometimes you can kind of see a lot easier when you break through the hole. The last idea was to go about halfway between your ball and the hole. If it's a 10-15 foot putt, if it's longer, you can do more areas. But you want to kind of feel with your body which way it might break, and if it's a real subtle break, can give you a good idea of what is happening in that putt. Had you roll a few putts, you did pretty good, made a few of them. We noticed that when you were rolling those putts, though, that your stance was a little bit open. So we're going to work on alignment with the alignment rod to make sure that we're lined up where we think we're lined up, so that our feet are lined up with the club face and everything like that. And then the last thing we did was we gave you a game you could use to help read putts and learn how to read putts a little bit. Put up a handful of tees around the hole and work on making not only making the putt, but reading the putt correctly at the same time, getting the line and the speed correct. Our next lesson here, our last lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to head out to the golf course. Probably won't play the whole thing, but maybe play a couple holes. And we will work on putting all this stuff together and see if we can't put something together that's good.
Sounds
We'll see
great.
you then.
Awesome. Enjoy CP.